all the best, and be with us, and continue to be yourself. Sorry.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
I appreciate your
Amen.
support and your beautiful song. Amen. And I will do my best for you.
In excelsis Deo.
What's that?
No, it's forget.
Okay.
No, happy that you are one CD, and yeah, that was tough this Saturday with the rooms and the process, and that was not so going without problem, but at least we have chief delegates. We have 4 good chief delegates.
Yes.
Yeah, I listened to your first meeting, and it was so good that Yves was on there to give some, almost, people are almost looking for permission. You know what I mean? And I think this group, out of the groups, I think people have done a lot of work, but just understanding, from his perspective, what the flow of works means. Funds released, things done. Right. So I think what I got out of it is release the funds, put them in all those different pots. There's already circles for NFTs, this, that, for developing the website and stuff. And I think you guys have the right team with you to allocate funds, find people to do the work, and get it to the shape it should be in 3 months, where we have, the tech is finally in the organization's hands, right? So yeah, I think it's probably an exciting time to be there, Dan, and go hard.
But I will be behind, because I was fast elected. Chuck, between us. I don't want to say the private things that I have speak with Chuck. That's not that. He was just stating his art. He would give me the chance to go to the next round. But at the last moment, there was no more time. The page was breaking. There was the spinning wheel. I don't know how you say that in English. The wheel, the little icon turning, and that was not able. I make a mistake. I said I want to go as a hidden delegate level 1. I should have stated from the beginning I will go as a chief delegate. I have the balls. I go as a chief delegate. But during the call, at the end, I said, it is recorded. I said, okay, I will go as a chief delegate. You will be in good hands with me, Chuck. And he was like, yeah, okay. He has created a beautiful tool for the NFTs. It's Wagon. I don't remember the name. Wagon, something like that. But very nice tool. And I stated to him, okay, I will promote your tool as an NFT tool to enter each circle with a card NFT. But for me, that's changed nothing. I will be behind this Chris Barnes, Dan, Luca Persic, and Anne Rio. I will be. I think it's our role also to be here to sustain them. And let's say what is very important now. I see it's the marketing. Very important. We need to market outside of Eden. We need to have new members, and also we have to simplify the process to onboard. It's too much friction. Luca Persic has good idea with the Telegram bot. Very interesting. And we will. There is 3 months. That's very fast. That's very fast, and we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just have to simplify the things. And the show of yesterday, I was in the first minute and I saw Dan to answer to Yves. And by moment, I was like, wow, that's challenging question from Yves. And then you have Nathan James, NS James coming. What is the ultimate goal and all? Oh, and that was very challenging. But you see that Yves is very entrepreneurial mindset. He wants that you do the things good, the things right. He's a little bit harsh, but it's okay. It's okay. And he wants that you come to the conclusion, okay, we have to push us and to find how to go. And that's great from him, because he can come and say, yeah, we give you money. That's not the solution, I think. No, but to be honest, we need money for sure, but it is not the moment. I think it is not the right moment that will come later on. I think ENF will help when they see that the Eden on EOS has a real value, as something very real. But that's disappointing, because Dan was here and he said, yeah, with the Eden Fractal, we have a lot of members coming. We have 40 members, 38 members, and we are coming with good ideas, with all the best. And Eve, yes, but new members. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fresh, and that was imagine that was just yesterday call with Eve.
Yep.
I would think it's so hard when you're right in the middle of next actions, and just to bring the scope really far out. Vitalik talking about your soul NFT to verify you are who you are. EOS and ENF coming out with the EVM, all these acronyms, but they need to make their EVM. They made, that's their baby right now, right? They've got a lot of pride and ego resting on that, right? That EVM better have some action, right? So what does that mean? So if I was pretend I'm Eve talking to Eve, where's the users? Where's the marketing? Where's the engagements? Where's my KPI? I need to come out with all these things in line to make that a winner, because we're winners. We got to do this. Well, how about verification? We have, do you trust your NFT author? Was this really the person that developed this? Do you really trust the people, in the Solana chain, or anybody at the root level? So I think if, one of the things that could help, like, we forget how awesome that verification was. I know that, there's friction of saying, oh, we can just go to our elections and that's enough. But just take a step back for a minute and realize how awesome it was for us to give our word to say we know who this person is, and that's their verification on chain. That's a cool NFT tool that's not being utilized. And if we could have cross chain with EVM, is that needed enough in these other communities to go, hey, I'm verified over here. Here's my verification. Why would I verify on Ethereum with high gas fees and stuff? So having that cross chain of other groups outside EOS use Eden as that I verified myself. I had to get it 4 people to induct me. I think the friction's fucking awesome. And just putting those in play to validate, that you are a real person, huge in gameplay. Like, what's our other option? KYC and go through a bank. Well, Dr. Sharif, we talked about today, 2/3 of the world don't have that option, right? They're not going to go through some sort of bank KYC with the right documents. So, that's something that hopefully is not lost in the day to day, because that could be a huge platform. Like, are we going to wait for this Soul NFT that's exactly the same on Ethereum? Or do we just wave our flag and go, come over here? We have the EVM to come over here. You now have a cross-chain verification that this is actually your account. You are actually a user. So pretty big in metaverses when people are putting out bot armies and scamming and taking the whole treasury. And it's hard to, find just, one person, one player. So yeah, I think there's a foundation of those, verification NFTs that could be utilized to bring new people in, like you said, Patrick, because our community is only so big. I think we're probably, for the amount of people in Eden, if we reached out to everybody in EOS, what would be the best figure we could have? Like 400 members is pretty impressive already. Like, what would it be? 2,000, right? Maybe if everyone got involved, so outside of that network, maybe there's some possibilities, but it's kind of that cross chain that would be able to use it. Like I know Wax could use that, but I guess that's where we'd start, would be the Wax IBC from the UX network, of being able to say, hey, I'm now verified. Now I can use this to be a verified voter in Alien Worlds, right? Otherwise, I'm kind of predicting that they're going to make people go through the same grant application process I did. Name, passport, power bill. That's not really open and inclusive to most of the world. So that's my 2 cents.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Duane.
Chuck, he want to do. He will have a grant of ENF for his tool, for his tool, NFT tools, and that was so oriented Pomelo and ENF that I was thinking, okay, myself, I can do maybe a better representation on the next round, and for this reason, I could go there. But now it's okay. Let's continue. And this show of today with Dr. Sharif, there will be a series. That's the perfect place to go and to promote. He's an influencer. He's from India. And he knows this guy, Sangeet Paul Choudhary, of Think Lab, of Think Labs, Platform Labs. That's a very intelligent guy, Sangeet Paul Choudhary. And they are in Web3, they are in platforms, they are in, and us with our ecosystem, Eden Onios, Fractally, Eden Fractal, all that, we have to promote outside of the box, out of the box, of our box. So when we have a good message, we have already a good message. We don't have to wait until that we have all developed to promote us, because marketing is not just, it's multiple things. Marketing with Jesse Jaffe, with Grow Eden, is to reach the influencers and to have the Tip-it system, Tip-it for the swarms, and you are rewarded when you do a tweet, you are paid in EOS. Now the system is live with Tip-it. So Jesse asked me a couple of days ago, Patrick, do you want to go in the swarms? And when you tweet something, you will be, and I said, wait a moment, I will wait. And just yesterday, I give him 500 EOS more for Grow Eden. I have stated that in my room. That's recorded. I have stated that I want sponsor EOSBs one more time for Grow Eden. And I have stated also that I will push Eden Fractal, as Felix has said the same in the room of Dan. So I did exactly what I am supposed to. No, what I want to do. It's not someone that tell me, Patrick, you have to go into the election and you have to preach for Eden Fractal, or you have to preach for Grow Eden by Jesse Jaffe. No, that's, for me, that's normal that we have to go into this direction. Maybe it's a little bit intuition without to know exactly how to do. But I think now, today, we have the response. We have to go onto those platforms and to speak. What you mean? That was great today, this call? Say me the truth. What I said was good, or that was a little bit clinky?
I think it was great, Patrick. I also want to just say too, I think you guys are cool with it, but I just wanted to make it known, because when Patrick started saying, I really didn't want to miss that. And so I started recording at that point. I'd be happy to delete or not share any parts of the video if you guys prefer. I don't think that there's anything that was private here, but I just want to let you guys know that it is recording. It's been recording for the past 20 minutes since Patrick started singing.
What?
Perfect. No, that sounds good. And
Did you understand what I was saying, Patrick?
now.
What's that?
You are recording now?
Yeah, because you started singing, and I was like, "This is beautiful. I want to make sure I remember this." So I started recording, and then we were talking about good stuff. So I wanted to remember it.
That's a
It,
joke. That's a
it
joke.
no, it's completely true. I thought it was really helpful. So I don't have to share
No,
it
I say the things as I
if you prefer
mean,
not.
as
Yeah,
always.
and
Yeah.
and there wasn't anything private or anything. But I just want to let you guys know because
Thank you.
uh,
Also,
uh,
this Saturday, I was very sincere. I was a little bit upset, but not too much. I was a little bit upset about not about Chuck, not about personally. I was just upset about that we were not able to reach consensus in our room.
yeah,
That was very for me a bad image. But we have experienced some technical problems,
it's a
and
bummer.
now to prove to Dominic that we have experienced some problem, that doesn't matter because he was not there. But the software is not, that will be never perfect.
It's got to be
And
improved
that
though.
fractal,
There's tons
yeah.
of errors. We almost didn't
When
reach
you see
consensus
the
in my
tool
room.
that has developed Vlad with hidden fractal to vote, he just asks, I can also develop that, and to be honest. I am able to develop also. I do development. I am able to access the table in hidden fractal, the tables and push votes. But he has developed a React interface, a nice UI where you just have to push a button and that's it. And when I see the tools that we have at disposal by the Clarion OS, Brandon Fancher, previous developers, and now into Fractally, what they have give us to what they have give to us, sorry, that's not enough. That's not enough. And normally to onboard onto this election, that should be more easy. Like if you go into a call like today with Dr. Sharif, normally you should just be on camera and be a guy that is witnessed. Patrick, for example, is witnessed by Dan and Duane, because Dan and Duane mean that Patrick is a good guy. And also he has not only a good guy, he has a proof by his action that he can be a good member. So the induction video just to say, yes, I agree by the peace treaty. Yes, I agree. And you have maybe not read any line of this peace treaty. And now it's no more the peace treaty, it's the bylaws. You have to agree to the bylaws. So maybe someone has not the time to read the bylaw. Maybe he has not the time to figure out what does it mean hidden, because it's the first time that he come. But he has good intent. He wants to contribute with others in a nice community. And that's all. And the tools should be very more easy. The by-wire town hall of yesterday night, Sunday, yeah. I have only listened today before this call. And I have heard your talk, Dan. You said that the Fractally has a far more better software. And yeah, sure, they have a better software because the Fractally team is just the continuation of the Clarion team. Brandon Fancher is continuing there. You have James Smart, you have all those guys. So they are continuing to do good software. Is now Fractally totally different of Eden? I mean, Fractally, a lot of process that we use in Fractally and weekly, and to be into rooms and share IDs, etc. That should be normally the process that the Eden process use. I have written something about that. I have written something into the chat. I just want to read what I have. I was inspired. I have just written something the other day about the ultimate goal of Eden. Maybe I am wrong, but it's what I mean for the moment. Ultimate goal. Okay. I have here something. Ultimate goal. Voilà. In my opinion, to outreach out of our hidden box to onboard in our hidden box. Okay, in my opinion, to outreach out of our hidden box to onboard in our hidden box, we should use different things. There is yield plus, a point to consider for hidden on EOS. There is September 23rd, September 24th. That could be a key, the yield plus, to have more also people into hidden on EOS. But one of the ultimate goal of hidden is the process to gather the subjective weighted voice of the community that the different circles around EOS have raised in collaboration. For me, is that hidden on EOS, is the process to gather the subjective voice of the different circles around EOS. Around, not inside, around, because the circles that are inside hidden on EOS, marketing by Michael O'Sullivan, he want to take that in charge, nice. The technical circle, etc. That's the circle that hidden on EOS needs to operational things, for operational things. But the circles that are around EOS, that's hidden fractal, that's alien world fractal, and that can be many fractal, and all oriented on a subject, Alien world is for the metaverse. Hidden fractal, I see that as the communication platform to help hidden on EOS, our chief delegates, to take the good decision. I see the hidden fractal as the platform, let's say the circle, the platform, to help hidden on EOS to take the good decision. Our leaders. So, and we raise the voice to them, and then they decide in consensus. That should be in Switzerland. Our country is governed like that. We are a true democracy. Sorry, not totally, but normally the people in Switzerland have the right to do referendum, have the right to do initiatives, to raise that to the parliament, and then we have seven president in Switzerland, a council of 7 people elected every year. They change the president of the council.
Did Patrick freeze? Did Patrick freeze?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Duane.
Switzerland government heard him talking about governance, and they just stopped him.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I know Patrick sometimes has internet issues and joins back, so I assume we'll probably be back in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you for your thoughts before about the talk with Eve and then the future with Chief Delegates and stuff like that. I didn't get a chance to respond then, but I appreciate the thoughts, and from everything I remember, I agreed, and it also excited me, inspired me too, that I think that during this next 3 months, I agree we have a great group with Chris and Han and Luca, and yeah, we can, I think you mentioned about like deploying the capital to buckets and so forth, and with like the Eden NFT group and stuff like that. I mean, who knows what we can do in the next 3 months? Like maybe we can get more activity and dramatic growth of the Eden Fractal, and then maybe we can start a Fractal with Eden NFTs and just NFTs in general and stuff like that, and maybe also for tech and stuff like that. So we might be able to do a lot. And welcome back, Patrick.
Yeah. I would also say that you have kind of leading what Patrick was saying is that you have everybody from round 1. Okay, well, they stuck their neck out and got to that round. I would try and use that, the Eden on EOS, and maybe not everyone signed up to give the community a weekly report and come to consensus. That's fine, but you can lean on them. If you put these money in buckets, you can lean on, like, it's not up to just the 4 of you. I would lean on each one of those people and say, hey, you got to round this round. I don't care where you put your money or what you're doing. Well, maybe the community does, but I'd lean on him to help out some of those things, right? Like, you know, if they were this close maybe to get to the chief delegate position, there needs to be some more work and some help. Sure, some of those are paid positions, but I think you can do one of two things. Like I said, I don't know if everybody would participate in a Go Fractally call being just a level 1 delegate, but I would love to see it, like just a way to network. And what have you done this week? Oh, it'd be great. But if that doesn't kind of work, I'd try and lean on them to engage them at least once a month in your meeting and let them know you need some help on something. You know what I mean? They're the next tier of people that we trust as a community that said, hey, I'm going to have some time to do something. So we knew that they had some time, right? So yeah, I hope that that helps. I would also think that these NFTs already in Eden, you know, I said expand into other communities to be a verification. Well, at the very least, how do we use those intercurrent communities? People that are in charge of multi-sigs, that are in charge of platforms, you know what I mean? I think the outside looking in, seeing that, you know, say John Heater's crew, the Boyd crew, going, look, these people have developed this, but we actually know they are confident enough that their code is good enough, that they've put themselves forward to go through a verification process. That should speak language. That could have like its own podcast every week going, this is something that EOS has and no other chain is. We've put ourselves on camera doing governance, and these are the people in charge of these contracts. They're not hiding behind code. They have enough confidence that these are the actual people behind this platform, behind this platform, doing this, doing that. So I'm just trying to see how to leverage those NFTs and all the work we've already done, because I think it is something that we were just too far ahead of the curve, and the rest of the industry is trying to figure out how to do verification, how to have trust in these consensus dialogues, right? So yeah, there's a lot already built that we can try and create some value, you know, create more value from.
Yeah. The people around the world don't see what is the goal of the NFTs. They don't understand why we do NFTs, Mona Lisa, to have just something digital, or they don't understand really what are those NFTs. What are those NFTs? And now if you are seeing that as an entry point to enter into a circle, a community indeed, that's just the perfect way. You back those NFT with some EOS that you can, or a non-transferable token, maybe something, an entity, something like that you cannot touch, and you have an NFT and an entity. The entity is to prove that you are from this community, and the NFT is maybe to let you transfer this NFT later on, or there is let's say a gamification behind, something like that. That is very important. I would be very disappointed if I see those 3 months where you have Eden on EOS that want to improve the onboarding process and don't take into account the Fractally process, because I would be very disappointed if we have, from one side, the Fractally maximalists that are doing their stuff into their laboratory, and you have on the other side the Eden on EOS that want to become the governance layer for sure, but with just people deciding into their, just people that are deciding into their side with their circle into Eden on EOS, and I don't take in account the other circles that we have around. And I think Dan Sinjoy is very open-minded. There was Perry trying once again during the By-Wire town hall to put word into the mouth and say that you were preaching for Fractally and before to go into the Eden election. But no, you were just open-minded to see the fractally process as the way to grow Eden, in version 2, in a new paradigm, to go through a new paradigm. And that I am aligned. Felix is aligned with this way of thought or this mindset. But you have other people that are very compartmented, and it's not easy. But I think this new board member, you have Chris Barnes, that is able to take in account the things. That's great. He's with Elios, yeah. And now that we have Tremont also, that's very good, because the chief board member cannot say, okay, I have 6 months, I can go to the left, to the right, and go into another venture. I make reference to the 6 months before, where the chief delegate could be let's say, influenced a little bit and go maybe into another initiative. But now with Tremont, you have to be very committed. If you say, I want to be a chief delegate board member, and also for an Eden delegate level 1, you have to do the things. You cannot say, yeah, I will do. And when comes the first meeting or the second meeting, you say, no, I can't, I have other things to do, and all. No, you have to be very, if you miss one time, okay, but you have to be very reliable, repeatedly doing the things, resilient, and not to abandon, to cancel. You have to continue.
Yeah.
So for that, I am happy that you are a chief delegate, because you will you prove us that you do week after week the Eden Fractal during 5 times. Now comes the 6th time this week. I was missing one because I couldn't. I couldn't. I was preparing my Eden election of this Saturday. I was ready to go. I was ready to go, but okay. I stop here my thought. I have a lot of in my head with all these events of this Saturday, the last week.
For sure.
Yeah.
I take the things very seriously, not too much seriously, but that's fun. But I take the things seriously. I sponsor Eden Fractal. I sponsor Grow Eden. The people can mean, oh, he take the money of Pomelo and he don't take any money for him. I see Pomelo as a way to have more public goods and to find new collaboration during the season. At each season of Pomelo, you find new people, you find new initiative. If I was not in Pomelo, I would never had the chance to know Mark Scheer and the team of what's the name?
Translation.
Translate Me Network, API, and all this stuff. If I wouldn't into EOS Nation ambassadors and all this stuff, I maybe would never have the chance to know about Dancing Joy. So, and Duane Philippi, I don't know how I have met you. I don't remember. But there are a lot of people, we have never the chance to meet them if we are not into those meetings. That's very important. And the most important, what I want. Okay, I was thinking, if you want to be into Eden, you have at least to go at one time into Eden Fractal. Not just one time, many times, because you will learn the people there. You will see those people there, how they behave, how they do what they say, before to induct them into Eden on EOS blindly without to know their behavior. That's very important. As an Eden member, you should invite only the people that you see that are behaving I would say, correctly, and what is correctly, at least to engage into the hidden community and not only criticize or yeah, that's my perception. I want not only to invite people that I know, that I have selected, that I have made my testing, because just invite to invite is a little bit. We have to raise the number, but we need to have quality. If we have 400 members and on the 400 members you have only 30 people or 40 people that are good, and the rest are just here to see if Eden will succeed or fail, what they are doing here. What they are doing here, that's the question. When you see the participation of this Saturday, that was very little participation, I would say.
Thank you, Patrick, for these thoughts, and I agree completely that we need to make sure that we have a great culture and the right people in the group. At the same time, regarding the Eden Fractal, like the time just doesn't work for people's schedule sometimes. So I think it's a good idea, but we'll have to figure out some way that it works with people's schedule. And there's also so much that's possible. I just realized that Dwayne's wearing like an awesome outfit there. And then Patrick, I wanted to mention a couple of things too. So. Well, one, I was going to ask Dwayne if you wanted to go over Alien World stuff, and then I was also wondering too, Patrick, we were talking about doing an interview today, and I was wondering if maybe we could do it like maybe later. Like it might be best if I'm.
Tomorrow I have interview of Luca Persic and
Okay.
and Anne Rio, and Wednesday I have the interview of Chris Barnes.
Okay, cool.
And today was supposed to be you, but I am not pressed with the time. If you can afford to do the video still today, that would be great. But
Yeah, I'm able to today. I was thinking that it might be best to do it later when I've had more time to like refine, because I feel like we've given people a lot of content between the town hall we did yesterday and then the
no, the goal of the
and the
interview of
election.
you was to break down into your. That's an interview of your as a CD, and it's to break down into your ID, into your let's say into your ideas. I do the same with Luca. I do the same with Chris. I do the same with Anrio. I don't do an interview of you four on the same screen
Right, yeah, I
where
understand.
yeah,
Do,
and that's only 25 minutes,
I
not more.
think I'm up to do it sooner if you want, but I think it might be best if we do it either later in the week or early next week, because then I'll have more time to prepare and make a
There
better
is
presentation
nothing
and
to
so forth.
prepare.
Well,
There is nothing to.
I mean, I would like to
Sorry,
prepare
sorry to
my
say, there
pitch
is
better.
no, but there is nothing to prepare. That this is an open conversation, and then I cut all my, for sure, my bullshits for sure, and
Yeah.
I will. There
Well,
is nothing to prepare. It is just what is your view for this third mandate? As I have asked to Chuck and Michael and Edgar just after the last election, I have asked the same. What is for you the what, the why, and the how? What is for you this second mandate? That was why you think Eden is important, why you think Eden is important, and how you want to do your stuff. So Edgar was answering with his head chief delegate. Now it's Luca Persic. And the two others, that was Michael and Chuck, they have answered very honestly what they want to do. And now when I compare what they have stated and what they have made, that's match because they were totally clear with what they want to do. And you have nothing to prepare, because if you
yeah.
are preparing what you want to say, maybe you will not say exactly you,
No, so Patrick, the thing that
Dan.
I'm saying here is, and I've listened to all your previous interviews with Teacher Legacy, and I very much appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to doing it. But the thing what I was referring to with preparing is that I feel like in the
Mm.
presentation that I gave during the Eden Town, or rather during the Eden election, and then in the conversation with Eve, like I wasn't as prepared as I could have been, and like going back on that conversation with Eve, like some of those
don't
things
be
I
with
could
me
have
because
answered
it's
better.
pre-recorded. It's pre-recorded. With
Yeah,
me, it's pre-recorded. It's not live.
right.
That's the beauty.
But what I'm saying though is that over the next few days, next week, I'm working to make a more concise definition of like what exactly Eden Fractal provides value and so forth. And also, so I was thinking it might be best to push it back a little bit because then, first off, we have so much content coming off. I don't know if everybody's gonna be able to watch all these videos coming out at once. And then two, I'll have a bit more time to prepare to make to be able to
Okay.
better explain the benefits of the Eden Fractal. But
the interview is not about Eden Fractal. The interview is about Eden on EOS.
yeah, but my pitch and my platform and the main thing that I'm going to support and advocate for
Don't
is Eden
forget that you
Fractal.
are an Eden chief. Don't forget that you are an Eden on EOS chief delegate.
Yes, and the way that I'm bringing value as Eden Chief Delegate, the main way is by promoting
No,
the
that was a
growth of
test.
Eden
Sorry,
Fractal.
I was challenging you. I am happy if you are doing what you think.
Okay, thanks, Patrick.
No. Okay, so you want that I interview you in 2 weeks or what?
Not 2 weeks. I think maybe would next week at the same time work well for you?
And this week not possible at the end of the week?
Well, at the end of the week, it gets very busy because I have to do the blog.
I know there is the fight there. Okay,
and then the hot sauce
Wednesday
too.
not possible because there is the fireside chat. Tomorrow not possible because I have already Anne and Luca. And Chris, I have Wednesday 1 hour before the fireside chat. Thursday 14. Thursday 14. What about this day? I don't know.
Would Monday at the same time next week
Monday,
work well for you?
the same?
Yeah. I think that'd be best just
That
to give
change.
a
Because
bit
if
more
I
time.
publish this video, in all case, I do the video tomorrow of Anne and Luca, and Wednesday of Chris, and yours I do on the 18th. And after that, I have to edit, cut, and all. That will be published. Oh, nice. That will be published on the 23rd July, because 23rd July, next Saturday, indeed. Next week, Saturday, 23rd at 15:30 UTC, I will have the special LATAM number 10 published with Maurice Vanegas, the 10th anniversary of special LATAM. I have decided to do an anniversary, so that's the 10th time in a row. And at this date, I could also publish the special Eden on EOS interviews.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Because 23rd, I will publish Maurice Vanegas, special LATAM number 10. 23rd. So if I publish at the same time the special Eden on EOS, that's nice. Okay, so if you tell me
cool. Sounds great.
that the 18 is possible for you,
yeah, for sure.
We do the 18.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you,
So
Patrick.
you have one week to decide what you want to say.
Yes, I have 1 week to prepare, and it's also much appreciated too because I have
to refine your salad. And,
yes, to refine my salad, exactly. I'll move the position of the cucumbers and the carrots, and
you will do a spicy Eden on yours.
Yes.
Porridge. No, okay.
Yes, a spicy porridge, exactly. Yeah, and that'll be very helpful, Patrick. I very much appreciate
I love
the
if you speak about Eden Fractal. That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense if you speak about Eden Fractal. And with Andrew, I will profit that I interview him to speak about the My Vote EOS and this initiative that we have to sign to reach 1,000 signatures. But a lot of things, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Sounds good.
I'm going to take the last 10 minutes and just to put a video up that I did something. But I'm going to press record right away. What's the
goal of this meeting today normally?
Oh, that's okay. This is I'm just going to do one quick step, and it should only take 10 minutes. And I think it's just a good step, and I appreciate you guys, tagging along just to do this video. All I'm going to do is share my screen and just show the first step of Alien Worlds governance, which is staking. So just kind of the next kind of logical step, just to kind of post a video. If people don't know, how to stake and what governance is on Alien Worlds. This will be like a really simple 10-minute something. So if you guys are into it,
Cool.
and then I've got a kind of a hard stop in 10 minutes, so I'll have to
Okay,
keep it
cool.
short.
Same here. Sounds good. And Dwayne, if you want the video that I've been recording too, for whatever reason, if you want to add on to it or anything like that to include the extra discussions, I'd be happy to share it with you.
Cool.
What you do with your recording then after you put on your channel, or what you do?
I'll upload it to Eden Creators. I don't know if I should upload it as public or unlisted. Do you have any preference, or?
I'm fine with whatever.
Okay.
I don't know if I have
you
said
make it
something
public.
private here. No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think it's good to do public probably, but I'm happy to do either way though.
I am always thinking that I am unveil something private, but indeed no. I am too much polite. I am a Swiss guy. It's normal.
Okay, right. Sounds good.
All right, I'm going to start recording here.
Yeah, sometimes
Recording
we think we are
in
a bastard
progress.
and not. Oh, sorry.
It's all good. Hey guys, thanks for joining the intro to Alien Worlds. We're going to keep it short today. We had a couple of great meetings before this, but I thought it'd be really important as an introduction to Alien Worlds, since we're focused on governance, to show a step you can do. I'm just going to post it into the chat here. So there's 7 worlds on Alien Worlds. 6 are their base planets that we can stake our Trillium to. And that stake does 2 things. Let me just share my screen so I can show you the governance button here. Share screen. So on the left-hand side in play.alienworlds.io, there's a governance button. And if you've been mining, you've been earning Trillium. And one thing you can do with that is stake to one of these 6 planets. And the upcoming elections for Alien Worlds, people have put their hat in the ring to be a counselor or on the council to a planet. Right now, when you stake to one of these planets, it helps the planet's overall bucket of funds to get passed down to miners. But this is going to be your governance vote. And that's how the white paper was. I'm pretty sure this is how it's going to proceed. But to be able to be active in voting, you'd have to have a stake on one of these planets. So very simple step. Whatever Trillium you have, you can enter it here, press stake, and you'll have stake to that planet. And I'm going to just put up another post of, it kind of shows you the total planetary treasury. But what you can do is, let me just go to another screen share here, is you can use blocks to see how many people have staked to each one of these planets. And this is going to be more important too when we kind of look at, when we listen to the candidates for council members. It'd be interesting that we can see the behind the scenes metrics of how many tokens they've staked. So if I go to Neri, when you do stake your Trillium, it converts it to that planet's token. So I staked Trillium, but all of a sudden when I staked it to the planet Neri, I got the NER token. So on blocks, it's wax.blocks.io/tokens. And then you can see up here near/wax/tokens.world. But where I'm going with this is you can see the distribution of stakers on this planet. And in blocks, it gives you the top 500 stakes. So it shows you the top person staked is like put up 160,000 Trillium to get 160 Neri, 160,000 Neri, and you can kind of see the distribution of the top 500 at least. What I'm going to show is my consistency, because I'm running for to be a candidate or to be on the council, and I can show that my account has even through the ups and downs of market cycles, has kept a very high stake in the planet, and that's helped the planet allocate funds to miners and so on. But I think if an election had happened tomorrow, for the council members on NERI, it would only include all of these accounts. And I believe up here it'll show that on this planet, there's almost 20,000 accounts or players that have staked to this planet. So if there was a vote, if we had success, we'd have, a majority of these people active in the voting process. And I can just show
Do we know since then? Since when? What was the first time? Or
you would have to do a little bit more chain analysis. And for transparency, I'm going to just put up a page to show my account and reference the transactions, just to show that mine has been on these planets and haven't taken them off, because it was for some people advantageous to unlock this and either liquidate your tokens or go on a mission to the 7th planet. And next week's introduction, I'll talk about Planet Binance. And when you stake some of your tokens and go on a spaceship ride on a mission to Binance, there's a return on investment on that one. So, in between these elections, it would be advantageous for some people to unlock this stake, because this stake is just unlocking a governance feature for you. It's not giving any return on these tokens. They're just locked in the planet. So yeah, I think that's really just a quick, kind of call to action of, to gear up for the new elections of what you can do as a new player, is just to go in there and start staking on some of these planets. And I would expect soon that maybe this governance button or maybe another governance button will start showing the council members that have been put their hat in the ring to be a leader of some of these planets. And I know we discussed before that one of the functions for our Alien Worlds Fractal Governance Group is going to be to reach out and to start interviewing the people that have want to go for a governance position or leadership position, so we can help the broader community get to know who these people are, what values are they bringing to the community, and what are their elections promises. So yeah, we'll start a new weekly episode where I know, Dan, you said you'd help out. We can kind of have a co-host and start interviewing some of the people of, what are their values and why are they going up for an election, and what are they going to do, slow iterations of what are they going to do with treasury funds, and how are they going to make some of these planets great. So yeah, that's it. Do you guys have any questions on kind of that, the governance and the staking options?
Sounds great. I'm not sure if I have any questions, but I just wanted to say thank you for sharing this with us, Duane. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the co-hosting interviews with you and learning more about it, and learning more about the people who are playing and interacting with the governance in Alien Worlds. And then that all made sense, generally speaking. So I don't think I have any questions, although there might be some that pop up at some point that I'll ask you for clarification.
Well, great.
The same for me. The same for me.
Excellent.
Not too much question at the moment. Yeah.
Right. Well, thanks. We're going to keep it short and sweet, and I'll catch up with you guys on the other side of the wormhole.
Sounds great. Thank you very much, Duane. And go Alien Worlds.
Go Alien Worlds.
Go Alien World.
Woo!
Woo! Woo!
Recording.